Kevin is the host.
And his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost.
Virginia
Sounds like this.
nickname Vicious Beast.
So don't get her pissed.
Jason talks like a
And
spaz.
they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. How y'all doing today?
Hey, we're doing good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Doing good stuff. Jaybird, Brave Man, is wearing his Braves hat here today. That's nice that you would stand by them.
I didn't even put the clip in, Kevin.
You didn't, huh?
No, I what's the point? They got murdered last night.
So his team is in an elimination game. They're in the playoffs in baseball, Virginia.
Sounds
And
exciting.
His team, I hate to tell you this, and I don't want to pile on, but the Braves are kind of notorious for choking when it comes to the playoffs.
No, they really are. They really are a great team a lot of years, and when they get to the playoffs, they just can't nail it.
And the funny thing, they've been doing this for decades. So it's not
Yeah.
even like the same guys. It's just the same franchise. They were doing it in the 90s. They just always do this. So last night they're starting off the game, and they go by innings. And the first inning, the Atlanta Braves give up 10 runs.
Oh.
It ties a postseason record.
It's 10-0, and you're like, well, this could be our last game.
The excitement dwindles real quick.
It just went really fast.
So I loved the Braves, and if anyone here grew up back in the 80s in this area, you know that they came down here for spring training at
Yeah.
Municipal Stadium.
Yes.
And my dad would take me there as a kid, and they'd always have the minor league guys playing out there, and they'd be hitting, and anytime they hit a foul ball or a home run during practice, they allowed kids to keep all of these baseballs.
Oh.
So me and my dad would go out there during the weekend, and we'd get 15 Major League baseballs, which, that's a lot of money.
It's a thrill, yeah.
It was a big time thrill, and they were terrible back then. And I loved them because they sucked so bad. Everybody rooted against them. To me, that gave them a bit of a charm. All-time favorite player, Dale Murphy, played on the Braves. That's why I love the Braves, because of Dale Murphy.
Yeah, and so then they got very good, and then they just couldn't quite get there. And they wound up losing yesterday. 13-1 was the final score.
Yeah.
And they are eliminated. Their season is over. So no more Atlanta Braves.
I got in a ton of trouble in 7th grade because I bet $250 that the Braves would win in the playoffs, and they did it.
$250 in 7th grade.
And my dad had to float the money.
Oh,
So
my.
wait, you made a bet that you couldn't pay?
I thought for sure.
Who'd you bet?
Some kid at school.
Oh no, my kid is my kid bets $250.
With inflation, that's like $800.
Now, did your dad make you pay that back?
Yeah, he did, and the reason why my dad was trying to teach me a lesson not to welch on a bet. He goes, look, you said that the Braves are going to win. You bet this kid. You did not come through. Do not welch on your bet. And then I had to pay him back. But yeah.
So a lot of painful memories there, huh?
Big time.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I was so excited.
Was he mad at the dollar amount?
Yes.
I would have been very upset
yeah.
with my child. Like, when, in what universe do you think you have $250 to play with?
You know what? It taught me a lot about betting. You got to know when to fold
do
them.
it.
You got to
Yeah.
know when to fold them. Is when I learned.
Another surprise yesterday, too, in baseball, Virginia. The Washington Nationals that do their spring training
Yes.
here in West Palm Beach.
Their logo looks like the Walgreens logo.
It does, yes. And I can't go out anywhere in my Nationals hat without people asking me where the tampons are.
Where are the tampons, Kevin?
They're aisle 3, Virginia. They're on the
Thank
second
you.
row, yes.
Thank
right in the
you.
middle. So they hit a grand slam in the 10th inning. Exciting game yesterday. They beat the LA Dodgers that had like 106 wins. Like everybody thought for sure the Dodgers were going to go to the World Series, and they are also eliminated. So the Nationals, and you remember Bryce Harper, the one who you said that Jaybird had the hots for? Remember yelling at him?
I was like, hey, Bryce Harper, my gay brother wants to date you.
Yeah, you kept yelling that at Bryce Harper after a few beers.
And it was weird. He kept looking over at us.
Yeah.
It got his attention.
So that guy, Bryce Harper, really high-paid guy, the Nationals weren't giving him enough money to play for them anymore. So he went to the Philadelphia Phillies. And so the Nationals are doing better than ever without him.
Wow.
And for the first time ever, they are going into the National League Championship Series to take on St. Louis on Friday night. and they got rid of their best player and got better. And then when he went to the Phillies, in fact, the Eagles haven't had a home game in 3 weeks because the NFL thought for sure the Phillies with Bryce Harper would be in the playoffs, and they're not.
Oh.
So the Eagles have to keep playing all these away games.
So the clip that's going around on the internet right now, when Bryce Harper signed with the Phillies, he accidentally slipped and said, I'm here just to bring a title back here to D.C. He said his old team, and that's the clip that's going viral today.
Nothing's been going well, so there you go.
He accidentally said his old team.
Yeah. All right. Well,
A lot of baseball talk.
we'll stop Kevin's other sports show here.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I don't know how this thing didn't take off. I'm engaged.
We should have done together. I don't know what we're doing.
I don't want to talk too much about wrestling.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. All right, so we got a lot of stuff going on. We're 1 hour away from giving you the 3 songs you need, the KVJ 5K triple play. 3 songs for you to win $5,000. We'll tell you right about 7:10 what they are.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in a second in your Dirt of the Day, I'll let you know how Kevin Hart is doing, after that crazy, horrific car accident that almost took his life and left him in the hospital for a long time. He's getting back in it. What's he up to? We'll let you know coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, it was a crazy day for Matt Lauer yesterday. It was so weird because he was actually in the dirt yesterday morning because he was in his daughter's TikTok videos.
You did that story, and then the other stuff started breaking right after you did that story.
I know. It was very weird how that happened. But then, yeah.
I wonder if he knew all this stuff was coming down the pike, and that was something where it was to make Matt Lauer look like,
look over here, I'm
good
likable.
dad. Yeah,
I'm a good dad. I'm not awful. Here, look over here.
Yeah.
Look at TikTok.
He's a smart, savvy media dude. So I wonder if he. I assume he probably knew everything was going to break yesterday because it was all yesterday on the daytime talk shows.
Right.
Yeah, they always say they get a call from somebody to warn them.
Well, it was all about this Ronan Farrow book.
Yes.
So maybe the book was released yesterday?
Yeah, the book had been released, and that's what's coming out.
I've been watching it on Twitter. So Ronan Farrow's publisher...
Yeah, the book comes out next week.
Okay. The publisher of the book has been saying, look, we're not going to give you any sneak peeks. There's stuff in this book that is so jaw-dropping, we're not giving sneak peeks, But I guess maybe yesterday they finally dropped some of the sneak peeks, and that's where all of the Matt Lauer accusations are now coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty heavy stuff. He's now being accused of rape by a former producer that worked more closely with Meredith Vieira, but they're saying it happened. Well, she's saying it happened over in Sochi when they were over there for the Olympics. She says she and Meredith and Matt were having drinks and having a good time, and then her and Matt went back to the room together, and she claims, she says no. Matt claims it was consensual. So I guess...
I think she said she was basically too wasted to give consent, I think, when it happened.
But she said she cried and said no.
Okay.
And then I guess when they came back to New York, they continued having relations, and it was consensual. So it's going to be very particular and just messy all around.
Yeah. Matt Lauer came out with an open letter yesterday and said that she was lying. He claims that they had, everything was consensual, including that night in the hotel, and as part of an ongoing affair. And then she went back and slammed Matt Lauer and said that he is a case study in victim shaming and blaming her for it. So it is going to be one of those he said, she said type things. I think she's admitting to a consensual relationship afterwards, but she's saying it's just that first time, that one night where they began the affair, that it was rape.
That's what she's saying.
Okay.
So
all right.
That is what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or KVJShow.com. You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind today, Jay-Bird?
So I want to decorate my outside area for Halloween. I want to get some spider webs and do some cool stuff. I haven't really done that, and I used to do that as a kid because my mom was so into that. She would always decorate the house. I mean, decorations galore for any holiday. And Halloween was a big one.
Halloween's my favorite.
Yes, you would go into the living room and there'd be a Dracula poster, there'd be a Frankenstein poster, and then we'd do some stuff outside. But I don't know what the rules of the HOA. My next door neighbor has this beautiful spider display with, big old spider and the webs. But did they have to get the permission of the HOA? Because they've gotten on me for having just a rug outside of my little area on the corridor area. You know what I'm saying? The balcony area.
So you hung a rug on your balcony?
Just to dry it out, and they had given me...
Yeah, that looks low budge.
It was out for a day.
It looks trashy.
All right, well, whose side are you on? I thought you were against the HOA. Same team.
I'm against the HOA, but I'm more against trashy.
I hear. Well, they got on me one other time, too. When I started renting the place, it came with Christmas lights around it, and for 2 years, it was fine. And then all of a sudden, you need to take those down immediately in 10 days. If not, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's trashy, too.
I didn't do it, though.
I know.
And it was fine for 2 years.
But if you have Christmas lights up and it's like anything past January, you're like, all right.
That is such a Tequesta thing to say because I disagree with that statement. I love Christmas lights. In fact, I like the white Christmas lights, the ones that are just always yellow.
Yeah.
Classy look, in my opinion.
I know. I keep trying to encourage my wife. I'm like, let's just leave them on all year long. And she's like, you can't do that. I'm like, why not? They look amazing. If you go to country clubs and whatnot, they have those white lights up the palm trees, and it looks fantastic. I'm like, why couldn't we do that? What looks bad about that?
If they are your Christmas lights, then it looks trashy. Now, if you've done some exterior lighting with those, you're doing those all year round to not be your Christmas lights, then I think you can do it. You just have to do it classy.
So I don't know the rule, but in your opinion, if I start decorating things for Halloween, clearly it's going to be a decoration design. Does the HOA shut me down? Do I get a notice, or do they let me be?
I think they let you be.
Okay.
I think they're going to let you do it. And if you need to go, come with me, because the best places I love are like Home Depot and Lowe's. They have sturdy Halloween equipment and Halloween decorations that will last.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. The little area I'm at now, it's got such a walkway. I think this year I'm finally going to get some trick-or-treaters, and that's what it's all about.
I don't know if you're going to get trick-or-treaters.
Wow, I got a lot of negativity coming from that side.
I know,
side of the table.
She's not feeling it.
No.
Do you have a lot of kids around your neighborhood?
There are. It looks like a romper room by where I live at. Every single day where I walk Chewy, there's 9 kids on the monkey bar just yelling and screaming and playing and just acting all gleeful.
Well, if you decorate now and the people with families see that, then if they're going to trick or treat, they will come to you.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't want to decorate. Then all of a sudden I come in on Friday. Kev, put all this stuff up. The HOA says I have to put down my giant spider.
It's probably what's
I bought all this candy,
Yeah.
so I just sat in my apartment and ate it all.
Oh, I will buy big candy and I'll buy big decorations. I just go big. All right, I'm just kind of throwing it out there.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Car tires.
Okay.
Okay. Ugh, they're so expensive.
So expensive. About $1,000.
I can't believe how expensive car tires are. My question for you is this. Is there some kind of rule about how much tread you're supposed to have? Because I think my front tires are about to go bald. And then somebody told me yesterday, oh, if your tires are below, like you can put a quarter in them and then you can see half the quarter, then you're blowing it. And you can cause a big wreck when you hydroplane with bald tires.
It's one of the biggest things my dad gets on me about. He doesn't get on me about anything, and that's one of the things he really gets on me about, are bald tires.
Well, I put in an order for my tires, and they're going to be replaced, but they're not going to be replaced till like Monday.
I know all
Am
about...
I going to die between now and Monday?
Are there wires sticking out of your tire?
Not yet.
Okay.
But it's
So you're all good.
close.
I know you're asking the wrong guy, honestly.
I looked and I was
Car
like,
maintenance.
do I see any wires sticking out? I don't think I see any wires. There might be like one little wire.
I ride tires hard.
You're not exactly getting recruited hard by Napa.
No. No, because I will ride a tire till it is oh so bald.
Well, growing up, like, all I ever bought was used tires because, like, I had a beater of a car. Like, you don't buy new car tires for a beater car. But now, like, I have a new car, so I think I got to buy new tires. It's so annoying.
It is, and I feel like they mark them up. They don't have to be that expensive. I'm sorry.
$900. That's what it is.
It's $900.
It's $900 for 4 tires.
Every time I get, because usually all 4 of them are bald. I have to get all 4. It's about $900 every single time.
See, what's annoying is I went to a guy and he said, "Oh, your tires are probably good for another year or two," and there must be screws all through them. Because they are losing air at an alarming rate. I honestly have probably spent about $50 in air things. I have to go to the racetrack all the time to fill up my tire with air. And I've been going through cans of Fix-It Flat and all that kind of stuff. And the guy's like, "No, they're still good for..." I'm like, why are they always low on air? It's terrible.
Maybe one of your neighbors is putting tax in your driveway.
Yeah, that's probably happening. Yeah.
Or maybe a competitive radio station.
Probably too.
You are the Kevin Ralston.
They can't keep me away. I'm getting here on bald, flat tires.
Yeah, there's Uber. Like, that's such a dumb way to try to cripple somebody.
Yeah.
Not everyone does Uber. There's a lot of people who are paranoid about getting into an Uber or a Lyft. In fact, that movement's growing because all of these crazy stories are coming out, and people don't want to do Lyft and Uber anymore.
I didn't get into the groove of Uber probably till like the last 3 months or so, and I was traveling alone, so I had to kind of like do it myself. And before that, I didn't really ever order them. I remember the first time I took an Uber ride, I thought it was so bizarre.
Yeah, my dad does not get the whole concept of it. He thinks it's weird. I got other family members.
It is weird.
I'm not getting into a stranger's car.
It's still bizarre every time you do it, but if you do like the fancier Uber, it feels less bizarre. I'm sorry, it's weird to get in somebody's back seat with stains and it's a beater and you're like, "Where's the air vents?" and it's just dirty. But if you get in a nicer back seat, you almost feel like Mr. Big in Sex and the City. You're like, "Oh, I have a driver."
It was uncomfortable though because I do what you do. I always get in the back seat, and this guy.
You get in the back seat and you sit right behind the driver. That's the safest spot in an Uber.
I agree, but the driver goes, "No, come up front."
No.
I'm like, I'd like to be you. Why don't you come up front? So now I'm in this thing.
I'd be like,
so
no.
I'm up front with this guy.
Yeah, can you just
not
put that
getting the-
handcuff on your wrist for me real quick? Yeah.
You know how much easier you are to stab in the front seat than you are in the back seat behind the driver?
Well, I got in the front of the car, and it was kind of a small car, and my sweaty knee kept hitting his sweaty knee. It was very
Oh, that's
uncomfortable.
weird.
It was weird.
That is weird. I just saw, too, they're getting ready to start Doggy Ubers. So they're going to try it out in 7 cities. The only one in Florida they're doing is Tampa. But, if it works out. So if you have a dog, so many people love taking their dogs with them everywhere. And if you are one of those people who travels with a dog, sometimes it's hard to find an Uber that'll take your dog. So they're going to start having like dog-centric Ubers where if you're taking your pup and you're going somewhere, you can hop in that Uber and not worry about it.
Okay, I love that because there's been times I've wanted to take Chewy out and I can't for whatever reason, and it'd be nice to be in the back seat with him.
Right, so that's a new thing they're going to be testing, and then, if it goes well in Tampa, then they'll hopefully bring it here.
I'm thinking about bringing Chewy out to the dog beach, and he doesn't necessarily play well with others, but I think he needs to be with others. I think he needs other dogs in his life, but
Okay.
I'm a little nervous about doing this.
I mean, you know what they say about teaching an old dog new tricks.
I know.
You're kind of defying what we all know.
It's weird. Some dogs he really, really gets along with, and then the other dogs, it gets really uncomfortable with me and the owner.
If you try them at the dog park, because I feel like, because here's the thing about the dog beach. Those are sporty dogs. It's not easy to run on sand. Like,
right.
These are athletic dogs that love running in the ocean. Your dog is not, not necessarily in that category. I mean,
no offense, your dog's not an athlete.
No, he's a special needs dog. I hear what
maybe
you're saying.
something with solid ground where he can get his footing, and there's a cage and the fencing and everything else.
I mean, we're not there to go, run marathons. We're out there to meet some other dogs. I think he's a little lonely. I think he's a little.
But the
Kevin's
dogs,
right.
but the
Start
dogs that'll be
small.
springing around will be springing on top of him and be like,
Good point.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the advice.
might be a dog park guy. So, would you get breasts for $8 billion?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'd get him on my back, on my
billion?
$8 billion.
You can put him on my butt.
I'd get him on my face.
Yeah, I'll get him on my for $8 billion.
Hey, Dennys, would you take breasts for $8 billion? Suits, I'm just kind of curious. Is there a guy here that would you take breasts for $8 billion? If I gave you $8 billion, would you wear a nice rack?
These people would probably take them for $8,000.
Yeah.
Kevin, I would do it just for a radio bit.
I know. That's why I can't believe this story. Johnson & Johnson is going to have to pay $8 billion in punitive damages after a man claims the company didn't warn young men that the drug Risperdal could grow breasts. Now, I don't even know if he got full breasts, but he's getting $8 billion. Not 8 million, $8 billion.
I thought it was a typo.
Now, surely they're going to appeal that at
They
Johnson
are going
&
to
Johnson,
appeal. Yes,
right?
they are. They are going to appeal.
They're not going to be like, okay, here's a check for $8 billion.
$8 billion. Should this stand? I'm like, oh my
No.
gosh! Like I almost have breasts now.
$8 billion because you got boobies from drugs that you took? Like,
But-
really?
That's unbelievable.
They are saying that they didn't tell what the side effects were, and you can't do that. If you are Johnson & Johnson...
I'm not saying what they did is not messed up.
Yes.
But the tune of $8 billion messed up? That's
a lot.
amazing. I'm taking that all day long. I don't know. I would dare you to find a guy that would say, no, I'm just too much of a man. $8 billion not going to do it for $8 billion.
I mean, that's $4 bill a nip.
Yeah, Johnson & Johnson is calling the verdict excessive and unfounded, which I would agree with.
It totally is excessive and unfounded.
And they're also saying, hey, just so you know, we already awarded this guy $680,000 in damages back in 2016.
Wow.
Same guy.
Are they even worth that much money? That's so much money.
They probably are, but I mean...
They're probably just, you know what it is? It's, again, one of those things where, like, we're going to make an example of Johnson & Johnson. It is not that this guy deserves $8 billion, but we're going to show you that it's wrong.
a jury. A jury in Philly is what went wrong here.
Philly.
A jury.
But that's amazing. $8 billion? What guy is not going to take that?
I mean, there's not much I wouldn't do for
You
$8 bill.
could cover me in breasts. From my head
I would
to
take
my
them on my
toe.
back. I would take a breast on my forehead for $8 billion.
You can turn my entire face into breasts for that kind of money.
I'm just like,
Well, that kind of money, someone's going to find you attractive.
who would not take this deal? That's
There's
unbelievable.
no
to me.
way he's getting $8 billion.
No.
There's just no way.
I find it crazy too.
That's
but
a ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
But even if he gets 1/10 of that, that's probably still a great payday.
He's already gotten $680,000 just like 4 years ago.
I know, but who's not taking what he's got? You're right. It's ridiculous.
Well, if you had that kind of money, what would you do with your life?
Gosh, I don't even know. I don't know where I'd start. I mean, you know, it would be, I would have to right away think about what I'm putting away, what I'm going to spend, and what I'm going to give away. And those are the three categories. And that's what I got to decide right away.
Would you still,
We'd have so much fun with philanthropy.
Yes.
It would be so fun.
I would make it it would be an amazing thing. Yes.
It'd be your new
I would-
job.
Yes.
Your new job would now become helping truly needy people.
and would you still do radio stuff? Because I feel like at that point, you have the money to build your own studio, to build your own company.
Let's do a podcast.
Yeah.
We'll do it once a week.
Once a week, yeah. Once a week feels about right
We'll
for
do
me.
it like all these podcasters on the scene once a week. I mean,
Really?
what a cush kid.
I love doing this show every day. I wish we could do it 7 days a week. I love it.
I don't like prepping 24 hours a day.
I understand that. But I feel like with that kind of money, you could hire people to really help you and make it very easy.
Yeah,
on
if somebody
your-
walked in and yeah, here's your show today. Here's what you're talking about.
Dude.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Kevin's a control freak.
$8 billion.
He would prep. He would still
No,
prep.
well, you should prep because it's your passion.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that money now allows you to solely just concentrate on what you really want to do a show.
Once a week, it's a podcast.
Wow, okay. I disagree.
I'm still in it. We're still on board. Once a week, it's a
Oh,
podcast.
man. I do it 7 times a week, and it goes bigger and better.
Okay. Well, hopefully you get the boobs and the $8 billion.
Oh, man, I'm in.
You deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve
You
it.
want to work for
Yeah,
it.
you do. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, Virginia has dealt with this. You got kids that are just running you crazy, and you just can't figure out what you need to do as a parent to get them to stop their bad behavior. You try different methods, and nothing seems to be working. Well, we got somebody who right now is just completely flabbergasted by what their kid has done, and they're just like, I don't know. Tell me. I'm trying to figure this out. How do I get my kid to stop their bad behavior? We'll hear her story and get your thoughts coming up next. Got some celebrity birthdays going down today. Big ol' happy birthday, Maya. She had a couple hits back in the early 2000s.
Oh, I had such a crush on her.
Case of the X, I believe, was her biggest one. She's
Okay.
40 today.
She was also in the Oochie Coochie Ya Ya Lava.
Yeah, she was.
She's one of those.
Mid-2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lady
Moulin
Marmalade.
Rouge.
Moulin Rouge ladies, yeah, when they did that. Mario Lopez, one of Virginia's favorites, is 46 today.
Not really.
And David Lee Roth is turning 65, taking his Van Halen solo tour to Vegas.
I wonder if we're going to see David Lee Broth in town because it's his birthday.
Oh, another one of your alter egos?
Look, I never know.
You never know. Happy birthday to Alex, 9 years old today. Love Mom, Dad, Michael, and the entire New York Yankees team. Okay, how about that? It's impressive.
You know, Yankees are going to the next round of the playoffs. The Braves are out. It's
Yeah.
a sad day for me.
Most people do not think there's any way the Yankees don't win the World Series this year.
Depends. Yeah, I don't want to get into a debate.
I'm only talking to Yankees fans, but none of them believe there's any chance they are going to lose the World Series this year. Happy 89th birthday to Mary Davis from Robert, Claudia, Maxwell, Jonathan, and Isabella. Happy second birthday to little Elias. Love you, the moon and back, mommy, daddy, and brother Mally. Also, a big shout out and happy first birthday to Easton Reese from Grammy and Jace. And a birthday shout out to Nikki, who's turning 40 today. That's from Jimmy, Nicholas, Noah, Annabelle, and baby Chris. And thanks, guys, for listening all the way in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Woohoo!
Very cool. Yes, we got people all over the place listening on digital apps and whatnot. And if you're not, make sure that we add you to the KVJ Nation map that we got on our website, kvjshow.com. A lot of people will check and see if there's anybody in their area that listens to the KVJ Show, and sometimes they all meet up and they got their own little clique there. And
Meet up, sleep together. It's happened.
yeah, it could all happen, yes.
Huge numbers in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We have really good numbers up there.
Yeah.
Right?
We do. Yeah, we have at least 2 or 3 people there. It's really booming. Coming up here, we got some Halloween Horror Night tickets for you. Got to play What's My Age again. Remember the KVJ show, you got to guess if a celebrity's younger or older than the person you pick out. So, yes.
What old person's on the block today from the show?
They get to pick.
Oh, okay.
Which person do they want? We'll let them pick, and then we'll throw some celebrities at you. You got to get 2 out of 3 to win those Halloween Horror Night tickets. This is something you should need to know is the top costumes that people are Googling here early on. And they got it broken into different categories here. They've got like the top 5 searches. Knew this is going to be big. It. Pennywise. People are searching like crazy for that.
But that's going to be something other people, without a doubt, are going to have. If you're afraid of doing that, go original, baby.
They say witch. Virginia is one of the top categories.
I wear it all year.
Oh, she's a year-long witch.
Spider-Man, one of the top Googled costumes.
I think Rocco's going to be Spider-Man.
That's cool.
He loves it. He puts on the full head mask and everything, but then he kind of walks into furniture because you can't see.
Can't see out of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think little kids with adult masks on are horrifying. It scares the heck out of me. Is it an adult mask?
It's not a mask. It's like that mesh, like material that you put over your whole head.
Yes.
And it conforms to like your
Oh,
face.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow. They're really stepping up their costume game these days. Dinosaur is up there, and then Disney's Descendants.
Okay, yeah, that's huge.
What is that?
It's like the children of the bad villains from Disney.
Uh-huh.
Like I think Maleficent's kids in it, and like it's the descendants of the bad guys. We're not good, we're bad.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
They're spicy, Kevin.
I like that dinosaur idea. There's some good dinosaur costumes these days.
Yeah. That one big inflatable one that everybody wears.
Yeah, that's a very popular one. When those dance together, it looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
It looks like they're bumping and grinding.
I was surprised to not see the Joker up there for the top 5 Googled.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to be a big costume for a lot of people.
You're gonna see Jokers.
They say the top 5 group costume ideas are the Disney's Descendants, Fortnite, Stranger Things, anything from the 80s, and Toy Story. Those are the big group. The top 5 costumes for babies. Banana.
Oh
Yes. They got Pennywise from It.
no.
I could see that'd be kind of adorable. A little kid as little baby.
As Pennywise.
Yeah.
The Dalmatian, the Grinch, and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
I feel like they're just making up this list. Go, yeah, well, that's what people are into.
I mean, the number one for little kids is pumpkin. You can't tell me
Pumpkin's cute, yeah.
You can't tell me anything different.
And it's also the number one costume for people that put a little weight on them. Trust me, I know. I went as a pumpkin several years.
Great way to hide it.
That or a nun.
Okay, now you pick a member of the KVJ show, and then we're going to throw a couple celebrities at you, and you got to tell us if that celebrity is older or younger than the person you picked from the KVJ show, okay?
All right, I'm going Team Witch.
Oh,
Shut-
yes.
She old?
It's Halloween.
It's the power of the season. The witch is focused. Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
Okay, what do you think about Kristen Bell? Is she younger or older than Virginia?
She looks younger.
There's
I don't know how old Virginia is.
I'm 46, and she looks considerably younger.
There's no way Virginia is younger than Kristen Bell. And I mean no insult towards Virginia.
Okay, be nice.
Oh, no, again,
Yeah, be nice, you ghoul.
Oh, yeah, I know. Innocent Virginia over here.
Yeah, what do you think, Becky? Is Kristen Bell younger?
I'm
or
going to
older?
say younger.
Gonna say younger. Yes, you are correct.
Yay!
Kristen Bell is 39 years old.
And nobody's shocked.
She was born in 1980. Okay.
Always got something to say.
I learned it from you.
Okay, what about Isla Fisher? Isla Fisher, she's in Wedding Crashers.
Oh, yeah.
You
She's
know Isla
beautiful.
Fisher. Yes.
She's got like that naturally like deep red hair.
Yes, she does.
It's not light red, it's deep red.
Yeah. So, Becky, what do you think about Isla Fisher? Is she younger or older than Virginia?
I'm going to say younger. I'm not sure. I know Wedding Crashers, but I don't know her.
No,
She looks younger.
your inside serve you well, my friend.
Yeah, she is 43 years old.
Okay, closer than I thought.
Okay, we got one more for you here, Becky. Let's see. Clean sweep. You could make this and get those Halloween Horror Night tickets. What do you think about Tiffany Thiessen? Tiffany Thiessen here. Is she younger or older than Virginia?
Tiffany Thiessen.
Thiessen.
I'm going to go younger, too.
Oh, wouldn't do that.
No, I think she is.
She's
young.
not.
She looks younger.
She's definitely not younger than you. I would bet my face on that one with confidence.
How many faces have you lost this week?
11.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm telling you, Virginia is younger
I
than
don't
Kelly
think I am.
Kapowski. She is.
I think Kelly looks younger.
Well, that's not the debate.
This game's more fun than I thought it was going to be. Becky, what do you think? Younger or older than Virginia?
I'm going younger.
Gonna go younger? Jaybird, you owe us another face.
I'm wrong?
You're wrong.
I know. It's shocking.
Well, Virginia just looks so young and vibrant. I am sorry.
Yeah, Tiffany Thiessen is 45 years old. She was born January 23rd, 1974.
Oh.
That is 3 in a row.
We're close.
Neck and neck,
Yes.
baby.
Very nice. Congratulations. And the moral of this game is everybody is younger than Virginia.
I see what you did there.
That'd be a safe bet. Whenever you pick Virginia, just go younger. Congratulations, Becky. You are going to go check out Halloween Horror Nights, okay?
Great. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Got more tickets tomorrow. We're going to play pumpkin darts here in the studio, and we need to hear from some people that can come into our studio tomorrow morning at about this time. We're off 45th Street in West Palm Beach. Probably should only have you here for about 15 minutes, so it should be quick. You'll probably be 25 minutes total time. You'd be out by about 7:45.
What if someone stops by and they're clearly on something?
Perfect.
Like drugs?
They'll fit right in.
I'm just saying, we got darts flying around.
Yeah, that's it. Pumpkin darts. Yeah, well, I think what we're going to do here in just a second is we're going to be pairing up in a fun little contest. Disadvantaged Duets is what we're going to be doing here with a nice little Halloween theme that we've got going on. Now, the Disadvantaged Duets, what we do is we have the regular old headphone karaoke style. It's going to be a duet, partnered up thing. One person is going to be doing the headphones with the song blaring in it so they can't hear their own voice, while the other partner in the duet has to perform without the lyrics. So they can hear their voice, but they have no idea what they're singing.
We've done this before. It was great fun, but great failure as well.
So it's myself and Virginia are going to be pairing up here.
Okay, a little old blood versus new blood.
Yes, and then you and Dennys.
Miho and Miho.
Denny's is young, but you're no spring chicken.
I'm younger than you two old.
You've been in the game, Whitebeard, quite a while.
Whitebeard.
You got Santa's beard.
You know, we don't have a pirate named Whitebeard. You really could take that.
I get it. I don't know what I'm doing with my look.
That could be your thing. Yes. So we'll be performing that, and maybe one of the things is for the losing team, they got to figure out who's going to be our target for pumpkin darts tomorrow. That's not the fun thing that we do. Pumpkin darts is one person puts a pumpkin on their head while people try to throw darts and stick it in the pumpkin, but sometimes they stick it in your chest instead.
Oh yeah, that darts go through old skin real easy.
I can't pop a breast implant.
Pop. Well, we got to win, Virginia.
That would be really expensive.
Okay, we got some Halloween-themed headphone karaoke disadvantage duets coming up next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
There we go, disadvantage duets today. Got to be doing kind of a Halloween theme too. It's myself, Virginia, in the duet, Jaybird and Dennys. One person has to sing with the headphones on like we do for a regular headphone karaoke, and the other person has to perform without the lyrics. So that's what we got going on here today in this performance. Now, we had paired up, all that kind of good stuff. I thought we were going to draw for the song, and I saw Virginia. Did we draw Thriller? Is that what happened here?
I don't think there was a drawing, sir. I think Jaybird took Ghostbusters and gave you Thriller. I saw him do it.
That's a lie. That's just Dennys. That's just the old blood trying to get in the new blood's head. Don't let him get in your head.
I'm just saying, that's how I saw it
Who
shake
do
out.
the draw? Who do the? Where did the drawing happen?
I'll do Beat It. I don't care.
Well, that's not one of the songs.
We're not doing Beat It.
Or Thriller. I'll do one. I don't care. I'll do them all.
Billy Joel?
Billie Jean. I had nothing to do with this.
Okay. All right, so Virginia and I, we're going to be doing Michael Jackson's Thriller. You guys are doing Ray Parker Jr.'s Ghostbusters.
I mean, can we actually trade? Because Ghostbusters sucks.
Okay, Virginia's decided I'm going to wear the headphones, and she is going to be going without the lyrics.
Oh, bold move.
So we're going to do that here.
Got it.
Okay. We can just go on ahead. Is that
I know. Dennys, old meat. Team Old Meat doesn't have their act together.
Okay. All right, Virginia, I got to lead it off since
Pipe down, cheater.
we've got the sound. We're going to be blaring Thriller into my headphones, so I won't be able to hear my voice, so I have no idea if I'm on key or not.
Dennys,
Probably will not be.
Kevin looks shook today.
Okay. All right, fire that baby up, man. Let's get to this. It's close to midnight.
And something's evil lurking in the dark.
Under the moonlight,
You see a sight that almost stops your heart.
you try to scream.
But terror takes your voice before you make it.
You start to scream.
And terror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed.
'Cause this is Thriller. Thriller night. And no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's Thriller. Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Okay. All right.
You guys did good, though.
I'm good. We did not. Looking at Jaybird's face, you can always tell by looking at whoever's not singing's face.
It wasn't that. Team Old Meat did good.
Yeah.
Shut up, Team Young Cheat.
Young Cheat. Ghostbusters is such a weak song.
Oh, it's easy. That's why that's why you picked it.
I don't know the words, really. I know who you're going to call. That's about it.
Okay, this is our disadvantage duet here. Virginia and I just did Thriller. Jaybird and Dennys are going to be doing Ghostbusters. Jaybird has the headphones on. They're going to be blaring, so he will not be able to hear his own voice. Is that how we're doing it? Why do you both have headphones on?
Well, I'm going to be singing with...
You guys are throwing me off here.
What? My headphones are off?
Oh, okay. All right, so who's got the
I got the
magical-
music.
Okay. You got the music. Jaybird is going to be going with out the
Flying
lyrics.
blind.
Okay. All right, I got what we got here. Okay. All right, disadvantaged duets. Hit it.
Ghostbusters.
There's something strange in the neighborhood.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters! There's an invisible man living in your van. Who you gonna call?
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters! Down, down, down. I'm afraid of no.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Down, down. I'm afraid of no ghosts. Yeah, Ghostbusters!
It's a long sax solo.
The man in your tree, and he's looking at me. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters!
Ghostbusters! It's so...
There's a murderous guy.
Who you gonna call?
Eating your pie. Who you gonna call?
That's horrifying.
Who you gonna
Murderous
call?
guy is eating your pie? Oh, my God.
How off did that get?
I don't think those are the lyrics.
But somehow I think you won.
That was great fun.
I'm voting for you.
Well, it looked like Jamer started to take the lead when Dennys had the music.
Denny's gave up.
Denny's had that scary look in his face, like, I don't know where I'm at, man. Denny's tells me he doesn't know the song.
Yeah. Okay. All right, who takes the win? All right, just did disadvantaged duets. Virginia and myself, we sang Thriller by Michael Jackson with the Halloween theme going on here today. Now, the object here is that I had the headphones, so I couldn't hear my voice, and Virginia was not allowed to have the lyrics, and this is what we got out of that. You start to scream.
And terror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed.
'Cause this is Thriller. Thriller night. And no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's Thriller. Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight.
I mean, technically good, but performance a bit boring.
Okay.
We didn't get spicy.
Yes. And here is Jaybird and Dennys doing Ghostbusters. Now, Dennys was able to hear the music, and
I don't think it helped, sir.
No.
and had the lyrics. For some reason, he did not take the lead. Jaybird,
He
who
got
was flying
steamrolled
blind, took
by
the lead.
Rogue.
Because he tells me right before, like, I don't know the words of this, man.
You don't need to.
I don't think I needed to.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
Our team's falling apart. There's an invisible man living in your van. Who you gonna call?
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters! Down, down, down. I'm afraid of no.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Down, down. I'm afraid of no ghosts. Yeah, Ghostbusters!
It's a long sax solo.
Yes, it was. All right, so there we go. Quite a performance there. We'll cast all the votes right now. I think, Virginia, we're in the early lead.
Shocking.
Well, you guys deserved it.
We're vanilla, but we're
A
skilled.
lot of times boring wins.
How we doing? We've got contestants going to be coming in tomorrow. We're going to be doing our pumpkin darts, kind of an annual tradition here.
Fancy.
It is a fun game for Halloween Horror Night tickets. What you'll do is we'll bring you in here. We spin you around like 5 times. Who knows? We want to have fun. We'll blindfold you too. Who knows? And then you just
You do,
We'll feed you a little White Claw.
do a little beer, a little keg stand.
do a keg stand. We'll spin you around, blindfold you. Then we're going to give you darts
Real sharp.
to throw at a member of the KVJ show who's got a pumpkin on their head.
That's the losers, right?
I think it's the losers
Yes, it
of
is.
the singing competition that just happened.
Yes, you got to pick somebody from your team. So that's why there's a lot riding on this. So you'll be the target for the pumpkin darts tomorrow. If you'd like to come in, like I said, if you're available to play pumpkin darts tomorrow, you do have to be in the studio to do that. Probably need you between 7:20 and 7:45.
And we want someone with a good arm. Real good arm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe like somebody who doesn't have good vision.
We just want somebody to mix it up in
We
here.
want a Mr. Magoo.
Yes. So we're going to be bringing that tomorrow here. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. You can let us know. I believe it was on Monday we started talking about that story. It kind of got national on Friday about the kid that got to 10 days in jail because he overslept and didn't show up for jury duty. Have you seen now they're trying to get the judge removed?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. I thought there was going to be a little bit of an issue. Kid seems like solid dude. He's a 21-year-old college student. He was chosen for jury duty, and the day he was supposed to show up because he'd been chosen, he overslept. And it caused all kinds of problems at the courthouse. The trial was delayed by 45 minutes because of it, till he could get everything kind of like up and running again. And then when he got back in front of the judge who summoned him, said, hey, look, you just can't blow that off. Put him in jail for 10 days, and then he had to do 1 year of probation, 150 hours of community service, write an apology letter, pay $223 in court costs for skipping jury duty. But I thought this was going to be an issue when I first read this, and he said that the 21-year-old DeAndre Somerville was needed for diversity reasons, saying he was the only African-American on the jury representing a cross-section of the community, and he decided on his own that it wasn't worth his time. So you were just wondering, okay, well, what does that mean? Does that mean that you would have given a white kid the same thing? Or is this you're trying to teach the African-American kid a lesson by not showing up because African Americans are even more important to have on jury duty? And that is why there is a Senator, Bobby Powell, out of West Palm that is filing a complaint with the Florida Supreme Court to have him removed from his post.
You got to have the same punishment for anybody that doesn't show.
Absolutely.
It can't be that you pick this guy and you call his race and
You can't do that. That's wrong.
Yes. And that's what he's saying. He said, you are violating your duties and you're showing. I mean, you need to be unbiased. And he said, in an unprecedented manner, to unfairly punish one individual for a minor transgression, singling him out as an example solely because of his race.
I mean,
as a judge, you cannot do that.
The one place it's not, I mean, the court, that's what we're doing now? We're going to do that? That's insane.
Well, there's just, unfortunately, sad to say, so many examples where race has come into play in the judgments that you get. And this is just something that we're saying, look, this cannot be tolerated. And that is the big question. And if you suspect that a judge would be making different decisions based on the color of somebody's skin, got to agree with this guy. You cannot be a sitting judge.
It's scary.
Has this judge ever presided over punishing someone who didn't show up for jury duty before?
They're going to start digging back in cases. That hasn't something I've seen in a story yet.
That would be key if he had a white guy in front of him and didn't give that guy the same punishment. You're like, wait a minute.
That'll probably be what the Florida Supreme Court is going to have to look at. They're going to have to look back at his other decisions and see, okay, is there a precedent of racial bias in the decisions that he's made?
It ain't looking good for the judge.
Yeah, well, this is a guy that if you want to be a judge, he was elected to a 6-year term without opposition in 2010 and then reelected in 2016 without an opponent. So if you want to maybe get a judge seat, this might be the guy to go up against.
Going up against this guy is probably going to be good for whoever does it.
You're right.
Somebody wants to be judge, maybe this would be the guy to take on if he does keep his seat. He'd be the guy to go against. All right, today is Thursday, am I right?
You
are right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it's Thursday all day.
Yeah. You know what we do here on Thursdays?
Joke jury.
Oh, yeah. That's why there's a buzz in the hallway.
Yes.
Hot and fresh off his loss at headphone karaoke.
That's why there's a crowd trying to gather in the halls because people just want to be here for the comedy that happens. Dennys had a very strong round last week.
Oh, we should start doing that, bringing some salespeople in, a little crowd.
Live audience.
Yes,
Make
Kevin.
this like the Improv.
Love it.
we asked them, they said no.
Two drink minimum.
Yeah.
Look at that. Already rattling off the comedy.
It helps.
Hey, it is, yeah. He's ready to go. I see he's already warmed up. Okay, here we go. It is the joke jury. Denny's job is to get us to crack up and laugh. He's got 5 jokes to do it. Hopefully we laugh or crack up at least once. If we do, we're eliminated from the jury. Here we go with joke 1.
Why did the girl break up with New Times Roman?
The font?
I don't know. Why did the girl break up with New Times Roman?
He wasn't her type.
Okay. Right?
I mean, I love font comedy.
Who else is writing font comedy?
Nobody.
Nobody ever in the history of comedy ever.
Let's see. Joke 2.
Yeah.
What was making noise in Vince Neil's tree?
I don't know what was.
Squirrels, squirrels, squirrels.
Solid joke, Dennys.
Thanks. Joke 3 for you guys. How is life for a horse outside the farm?
How is life for a horse outside the farm? I don't know.
Unstable.
I mean, he's got the witch and stitches. Witches and
witches
stitches.
and
Witches and stitches, bitches. I love it.
It's stitches.
Oh.
Joke 4. Why was the male dog intimidated by the female dog?
I don't know why.
Because she had resting bitch face.
Dog comedy, horse comedy,
Yeah,
font comedy.
The gambit.
I mean, come on.
And finally here, joke 5. What kind of presentations do porn stars give?
I don't know. What kind of presentations do they give?
Oral.
Of course they do.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I can't find the hate song. Sorry about that. I fired it a little bit too quick.
Oh, right. Hate comments right now.
Yeah. I got too much stuff going on over here.
Kevin, you got too much stuff going on. You suck.
Kevin tries to make everybody think he's the master host of the show, but he actually falls and hits his face just like we do.
There we go. Now I got it. Virginia just wrote it for me.
KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Kevin's parents have to be related because he has incest face.
Aw.
They need to turn his terrifying face into some kind of creepy Halloween mask.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Tell that stinky butt Virginia to shut her filthy mouth. She talks like a pig, laughs like a pig, and looks like a pig. Shut up, piggy. Nobody likes you.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Jason, you tell the worst stories and your stuttering makes you sound like an uneducated fool. You will die a lonely weirdo and your weak beard looks like Santa Claus's pubic hair.
jeez.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Dennys looks like he lives in a dumpster and has garbage breath. I wish somebody would take one of his lit joints and put it out on his stupid looking face. Hashtag F Dennys.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Oh my goodness, there you go. Yeah. Good stuff there. Thanks for that.
That actually makes me laugh.
Speaking of the weed, I don't know if you'd heard this story, Dennys, but recreational marijuana in the state of Florida. I was taking a look at this today. It kind of got my attention. I'm like, well, I'm sure Dennys is probably all up on this. There is an amendment for recreational marijuana that is one of 8 that have qualified for Supreme Court review here in the state of Florida. Now, they say it takes 766,200 signed petitions for a constitutional amendment to get on the ballot. And the amendment supporters say they've gathered more than 100,000 so far. Now, apparently the amendment would simply allow current medical marijuana sellers to sell to people age 21 and older who can possess up to 2.5 ounces.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I've seen the trend of the recreational moving along. It seems like, and Florida is one of the big ones because they were saying this is probably one of the later states to make the complete switch over as far as like the coastal states. So
Okay.
I'm glad to see it moving along. It's probably going to be another year or so before anything gets.
It's so weird that Florida's one of the last ones. I feel like we are so just out there. You'd think, oh, yeah, just give them weed, calm down.
Well,
It's
my
weird.
question, how much worse can we get?
Yeah, I know.
Florida's a weird one though.
What are we trying to protect?
We've turned it down for a long time.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think because a lot of people move here from other places, and I think collectively, I don't know. It's a weird thing.
If I had to guess, I think it's honestly because our population is still very old. Keep in mind, when you're talking about Florida, you've got to really factor in, I think being in South Florida, we sometimes forget there's a thing called North Florida. And if you've not been to North Florida, let me just tell you, it doesn't look a lot like South Florida. It's very radically different.
Heck, even parts of Central Florida is a little out there, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, the 3 southernmost counties in South Florida are radically different than the rest of the state for the most part.
No, you're right. My freshman year in college, I was up in the Panhandle, but out in the country area, and it is completely different. You thought you were in a different state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It basically is Alabama.
It was definitely, you could smell Alabama.
So I really think that the laws would be a lot different if we had to vote just for the 3 counties as opposed to the rest of the state.
Because you get all the messages coming in real time. Anytime we talk about marijuana, do you get a lot of pushback and hate from people, or is that minimal? Just the fact that we're openly talking about it.
No, I don't think. I think and it's really amazing because I think on the recreational marijuana, even talking to my parents are very, they're Republican, very conservative in their views, and even kind of talking to them a little bit, I think that they've kind of softened on it because there just wasn't a lot of discussion about it. And there wasn't a lot of awareness. Everybody's like, oh, I think really the opioid crisis, and especially seeing it here in South Florida, you're like, okay, so tell me how marijuana would be worse than this.
Right.
And I think that's really kind of it. And if you're saying a gateway, this and that, be like, look, we would much rather have people doing marijuana than doing that. And I got a front seat. My wife works in the industry in Delray Beach. And so just the stories I hear, it's terrible.
She
Terrible.
works in the recovery industry, not the opioid industry.
Yes.
Dennys showed me this old propaganda film from back in the day.
There's
You might
a
have
few
heard-
of them.
It's called Reefer Madness.
The
It was
36 one.
so fun. From 1936?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the one guy smoking a joint, and then he all of a sudden
Uncontrollable
he
laughter.
loses he goes mad. He's
There's another one called Marijuana, because back then they spelled it differently too. It was like it's just weird how they do it. But that one, everybody gets like so stoned they go out swimming and they all drown.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
insane.
It's
but
over the top.
It's so over the
It
top.
reminds me of the thing you talk about when you were a kid. When
Left Behind.
Left Behind.
Yeah.
It was almost like that type of mentality.
Scare you into
Towards
it.
pot.
Old
Yeah.
school propaganda.
Okay,
Yeah.
for real though, Dennys, for people that you've known that have done marijuana, how many of them then venture off into heroin?
Oh, I mean, not many. Actually,
If you had to say a percentage just of your own, and this is the most unscientific thing
Go
ever,
to
but
I don't know,
heroin?
it sounds
From your-
pretty scientific to
from
me.
your own perspective, what would be the percentage of people that you know are heavy marijuana users that then wind up doing heroin?
I mean, I guess just for odds, I'd say 0.1 just for the percent. But I know no one that is a chronic user who has switched to a larger drug. But I have known people that have used prescription medications and then have moved into heroin. So I have seen that.
Okay.
And that's a legal prescription. I think what it is it costs so much for these pills.
yeah.
That people are switching to other methods, like heroin, because it's cheaper.
Even alcohol, I've seen people because they didn't do anything. They started drinking alcohol, and alcohol would get them so they try other things they normally wouldn't try.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I've seen that a bunch.
It's anything that lowers your inhibitions. Yeah, it is kind of weird, and so I think even my very conservative parents at this point are like, yeah, if we give a free for all for alcohol, might as well do the same thing for marijuana.
Okay,
they're winning over. The more I think it's just people need to understand.
Pass
How
it
long
on.
till they come down and toke with Dennys?
I don't. They would never ever do it, and like they don't
Never
drink.
say never.
Yeah, pass it on. The Ralstons love Wonder Joints.
Plus, with the way they're doing it now, I mean, smokable is probably going to get phased out at some point. It's going to move purely to like pill form, I would imagine. So, but the one advantage marijuana does medically have over the others is the non-addictive properties. I think that's what a lot of people are liking. That it's non-addictive, whereas prescription pills or alcohol could be considered addictive.
So for the straight-laced people like me, somebody's like laughing at me because they said Kevin said done marijuana, and I do that because of edibles now, and it's not all smokable. So what do you say then?
This is what I'll tell you. I would say don't ever eat homemade edibles and then go walk around Animal Kingdom because you're not going to know what's real and what's fake, man.
That's a bad idea.
I'm just saying.
What is the reference on that? Do you say still smoke marijuana even though it's edibles, or is there a new lingo for that?
Yeah, I mean, so I know there's a lot of flack with the vaping and stuff. I think they're looking into anything that was illicit vaping. I think if you stay in the medical, as far as what I've read,
So you
anything
don't say
non-illicit.
done marijuana. What would you
No,
say?
done marijuana does sound old.
So what do I say? What is an old
Dad
like me say when I'm talking about when you do marijuana that is the all-encompassing smokable and edible?
So I would just say I was vaping or I was smoking or I was, some people say dosing.
Dosing. Okay. So if you've
Dosing
ever
sounds like
dosed
pill.
marijuana.
Yeah, but
That-
it's a
that-
medical term.
But
for,
that term makes it sound like you hear dosing, like, oh, you're dosing marijuana. Mm-hmm. Told you it was bad.
I hear you. But yeah, I mean, they use medical terms for it now.
Kevin's gonna do the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny's over. He's got to get me caught up. I got to learn all these terms.
He's your guy.
I can catch you up.
He's definitely my guy. All right, there you go. Well, see, no one asked me to sign any petition, so I don't know where this is going or when it's happening.
Yeah,
but
where's the petition?
Yeah, I don't
I don't
know.
even smoke, but I would definitely sign it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, go Virginia. A lot of
She's pro buzz, Kev.
a lot of people who listen to KVJ in North Florida say this is never getting passed. So good
Really?
luck. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing
I would
right
not be
there.
surprised. I don't think in Florida it will. And
Florida's
a lot of
tough.
Yeah.
You're
It's-
getting North Florida text right now.
Yeah, and they're saying it's never going to pass.
I disagree with them.
It's tough. I mean,
Florida's, they know their community. And
Florida's
they're
a
like,
tricky one.
There's a lot more people who are, I mean, this is a Republican state. We are in pretty much the only Democratic counties in the whole state. So you are going against the entire rest of the state. Even though in our world we think, oh, everybody's so liberal. No, not so much.
Meredith in the chat room says, the conversation is making me want to do the pot.
It's a gateway conversation.
Oh.
Okay.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Hey, what?
So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, this is great news for anyone in the adult film industry who's in the state of California. The governor there, Gavin Newsom, just signed a rewritten employment law that mainly focuses on Uber and Lyft drivers, but in the language, it will also impact porn stars.
Whoa.
It says under the law, adult performers are given the right to overtime pay, minimum wage protection, and workers' compensation protections. The law also protects adult film stars against sexual harassment. That's interesting.
I'm telling you, I told you, Virginia, you're going to see a lot of new laws and a lot of new rules when it comes to the sex workers.
Here's the problem with the law, though. Even though they get all that kind of stuff and a right to overtime pay, their paychecks will become smaller as now they're going to have taxes taken out of it. So it's kind of like it seems like it's favorable, but at the end, it really might not be because now the government's going to be making taxable porn money.
Yeah, they don't like things when they get smaller in porn.
Yes. And ironically, these hardworking people are going to be screwed twice. That's what happens when you get the government involved. Oh, boy. Somebody decided to have a Dorito party, huh?
Come on now, Doritos.
I'm going to do a radio show and eat Doritos.
They're that loud.
Dude,
You got a lot of balls, Eggy.
well,
Eggy.
you can't hear my egg.
No, we can smell your farts, though. All right.
Don't make me come sit on your lap.
I love how gently you try to eat. Like no one's going to notice.
Oh, you can hear that?
Yeah.
All right. I'll wait till commercial.
Says here, 1 in 4 people have had a sexual fantasy about a cartoon character.
Oh, yeah. That is very factual.
And 1 in 6 have fantasized about getting it on with an alien.
Oh, yeah. Very factual.
Okay.
What'd you think about Scooby-Doo?
No, I always liked Jessica Rabbit. Always had a thing for Snow White. Always loved her.
Talking about Scooby-Doo, how about Daphne?
And honestly, the first time I ever kind of explored myself, I was watching that cartoon Heavy Metal on HBO.
Oh, that was just pornographic.
I didn't know. I thought it was a cartoon. Well, this is the best cartoon ever.
Yeah. Those cartoons should have gotten overtime pay. They were working hard. There's a design company in New York that made a special line of Nikes that they're calling Jesus shoes. What they did was they injected actual holy water from the Jordan River into the air bubble above the soles.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are you sure?
That's what they're claiming, at least. Now, the Jordan River, I guess you call that holy water. That's apparently where Jesus was baptized
Sure.
in the Bible, and so that's why they're doing that. Sounds like a gimmick that paid off. They put those shoes on sale on Tuesday morning for $3,000 a pair,
3,000?
and they sold out immediately.
Do you think condiment shoes could work? Where you have a little hose you could hook up to the sole of your shoe. Now, the sole is all it's all safe and protected. You hit a little button. Oh, man, I'm out of barbecue sauce. Oh, no, I'm not. I got it in my shoe. Condiment shoe.
No, I think it's gross.
No, you're Tequesta. You're not going to get this. And you don't even like condiments. I don't even know why I'm asking you.
I think the only way it works is you have to have a removable condiment dispenser that you can clean out, because a lot of people would say, okay, you're going to have residual barbecue sauce that 8 months later is going to be pretty gross.
I think it's a great idea. Thank you for making this a better idea. We'll totally do that.
Okay.
We'll make those tracks come out. You insert a barbecue or honey mustard track. I think that would work. Condiment shoes. It could work.
It's a gimmick. Yeah. I mean, hey, people are paying $3,000 for holy water shoes.
I would buy condiment shoes.
Oh, we know.
I probably wouldn't put them on sale for $3,000, but
no.
Still.
These are shoes for the people.
Tell you, this is going to be an issue. It happens here if you are a vegan or you have vegan friends. There's a woman who called the cops who's a vegan because her friends tricked her into eating chicken nuggets.
Oh.
And now they are facing charges for food tampering.
That's not cool.
It's
if you
not
know
cool.
somebody's a vegan, why would you trick them? That is not cool.
You're a jerk.
Some people like to see the world burn, Virginia.
Yeah, but just kind of a note to anybody who's got vegan friends, you think it's going to be a funny trick. They could bring charges up against you for food tampering.
And they should.
Yeah.
You're not a friend, you're a frenemy.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a 71-year-old guy in Gulfport, Florida, who sprayed a neighbor with a water gun full of his own pee.
Okay, it's a strong move.
Yeah, it is, and it's also a criminal offense. He was convicted of battery. He's going to be doing 1 month in jail. So.
All right, well.
Where he'll probably get his own golden shower.
I used to live in Gulfport.
Oh, you did?
I did.
And let me guess, Panhandle?
It is in Mississippi.
This is Gulfport, Florida.
Oh, Gulfport, Florida. Oh, no, I didn't live there.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's 2 Gulfports on the Gulf Coast?
Like Columbus. There's
That's
a
confusing.
Columbus like in every state, Virginia.
They
It's
shouldn't
crazy.
be allowed to do that.
No.
There shouldn't be allowed to be 2 Gulfports less than 200 miles from each other.
There's a lot of lake parks out there, too. It gets confusing.
Yeah, there's a couple Logans,
I don't like it, Kevin.
a couple Athens.
That's
Yeah.
dumb.
Okay. There's a guy in Phoenix who was angry about his upstairs neighbors being loud on Sunday night, so he did the only rational thing. He fired a few bullets into a ceiling.
Did it work?
Did they penetrate the ceiling and go into the floor?
Few did, but one ricocheted and then came back and hit the guy in the face.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I bet he didn't see that one coming.
No, he didn't see it coming, and he's now in critical condition, and he's also facing charges.
So if he lives,
Yes.
he's going to jail.
Yeah, things are not going well for him. Yeah,
Did any of the bullets get into the upstairs apartment?
They didn't say anybody else getting hit, but
Aw.
yeah. There's 2 women in New Jersey that were busted last week for cheating during a church bingo game.
I saw this. And I'm hearing, too, locally, Virginia, that it gets real competitive during bingo.
How do you cheat in bingo?
Well, they say that they were caught taping numbers to their cards to try to win the prize, which was still under $200, and they were arrested for improper behavior. I don't know how that helps you win, taping numbers to their cards.
Are we ever going to get our bingo on and take down some of these regulars that go there?
We do. We want to do Bigfoot bingo.
You would love it because you would be one of the younger women there. You would love it.
But how many other Virginians would be there?
Oh, a lot.
You say, hey, Virginia, and like 80 women go, yes.
Finally, though, I'm not the oldest.
That's why I like going to your doctor, because I was one of the younger guys there.
A woman in Altamont Springs, Florida, who burned down a 3,500-year-old tree while she was smoking meth back in 2012.
Oh, my goodness.
Has not given it up because she just got arrested for trafficking meth. So she's still at it. Didn't learn her lesson 7 years ago.
Girl.
There's a man in Louisiana that was riding a tricycle at night with no lighting, and the cops thought that was weird. When they approached him, he became belligerent, started swearing at them, so they tackled him. He was then eventually arrested for possession of meth and cocaine. Quite a combo.
Okay, wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Going for it.
Imagine, Brendan. He hasn't given up on those
He's
Doritos,
trying to
has he?
eat the Doritos again.
I swear, I closed the bag because it was too tempting, and I was trying to do it quietly. I'm so sorry.
He just can't help himself.
I was trying to close the bag. I could smell it. It was daunting.
You are messy.
Yeah, it's a rough morning.
There's an Arkansas woman that claims she repeatedly failed a sobriety test because her brother laced her sandwich with meth.
Oh, it's her brother's fault?
Her brother did that, yes.
A lot of meth news.
There's just unfortunately a lot of meth going on out there. And I tell you what, you think we're tough on our politicians in this country? Try being a mayor in Mexico. This guy apparently made a lot of promises to get elected to his village, and then when he didn't fulfill them, they dragged him through the streets.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, there you go.
Is he okay?
Probably not.
They
no.
dragged it with what, a car?
Maybe strap him to a horse. That might work probably in some of those villages. You know, that'll do it.
You're right, village. It seems like to be a horse or an animal.
Feels like a horsey type thing. Probably dirt roads.
He's probably not okay.
Probably not okay.
No way is he
No.
okay.
Probably not.
Kidding me?
Probably not going for a second term, Virginia.
Oh.
Just saying.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Pretty exciting stuff. If you like big steins of beer, if you like sausages and schnitzel.
No sausages for Virginia.
I am going to have extra sausages this weekend. I'll be there on Saturday.
How do you say stinky in German?
I don't know, but I'll find out this weekend.
Yeah, you're going to probably hear it a lot. That's going to be pretty gross because Oktoberfest is going on. Stinkend is what Virginia will be. Stinkend. And she has a stinky end. It is kicking off here. It is the largest Oktoberfest you're going to find here in South Florida. Love checking it out every single year. It's the 46th annual Oktoberfest at the American German Club of the Palm Beaches in Lake Worth.
It's great fun. We went last year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always fun. The kids love it because of the rides. I love the music and the fun atmosphere. Everybody's dancing around, hugging each other, doing the chicken dance.
Everyone's just in a good mood.
It's fun.
Now, I think it was it last year that Jaybird knocked down a stein of beer in just 31 seconds?
Did you say stein of beer?
Stein of beer.
I think I did. I think I had a decent round.
That's a good round.
You're the champ on this show.
Yeah, but there's been a few, like Chris M in the chat room. He's beaten me a couple times publicly. I can't say that I'm the greatest chugger out there.
We might need to get you out there to Oktoberfest to do a live round.
I did it last year and I did not do well. I lost in front of a group of people.
It's 33 ounces of beer, and you did that in 31 seconds. I'm highly
impressive.
impressed.
Now keep in mind, when I did chug the time at the German club and against Chris M, I had already had a ton of beer before.
You did. That's true. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Welcome.
All right. Paul, hello. We have the newly crowned Miss Oktoberfest 2019. It is in here.
Welcome.
Tony is
Welcome.
her name. Hello, Tony.
Hello, good
How are
morning.
you doing?
Good
And
morning.
also Jennifer is with us here today.
Hey,
as well.
Jennifer.
That microphone is not working.
Oh,
Shocker.
shocking.
I have a surprise for Virginia today.
A surprise for me?
I do. Amanda broke out the shot ski, and we brought you your Baron Jaeger.
No way. Oh, that's the honey. It's still like the Jaeger, but it's honey. It's so good.
Oh, yeah, I remember you going on about that last year.
We did
my
it.
favorite.
We did it last year, and I was kind of confused at first.
Well, we did about 18 of them.
That's why I was
Oh,
confused.
look at it, it's all frosty.
Oh.
Baby ready.
So how does the shot ski work? Is that's
Well, I
the
left
one
the
that's
shot ski at home.
Oh, it's the ski and it's got the shots on it. Okay.
but
And then
I brought
everybody
the
does it
shot
together.
ski cups.
Nice.
Good heavens.
Look at
right.
you.
Look at
Get
Yeah.
ready.
We've got everything you want here. Is that you have pretzels here too?
We
Is
have
that right?
bratwurst.
Oh,
we have
my
pretzels.
goodness.
And Tony will talk about our beer, one of our beers that we're going to show this year.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, we brought the Paulaner Oktoberfest Marchsen beer.
Oh,
Okay.
That's what you get to drink the
It'll
whole.
be nice,
Nice.
and
Two
delicious.
of those,
It's
I
ice
think.
I
cold.
love it.
Whoa, that is fun.
It's beautiful.
Let's
beautiful.
get it
It's a cold
poured
beer.
and get that
Wow.
to settle.
I keep on eyeballing that bottle of honey.
And Baron Jaeger?
Baron Jaeger
Yeah.
kind of morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
so.
why not? It's almost the weekend.
It goes down so smooth, guys.
There's some good
I
stuff.
feel like it's honey, and honey's good for you, so it's kind of a diet drink.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard you say.
It's good for a sore throat. It's great for anything.
Yes.
We're going to pour out some beers here, some Baron Jaeger. Going to get out some brats, some pretzels. We're going to chug, drink some beer, and I believe we're also going to be doing a German spelling bee coming up here in a couple of minutes, which is always fun.
Yes.
And I think because she's Miss Oktoberfest, what we're going to do is we're going to up the level on this a little bit, Virginia. There's going to be a shot collar German spelling bee, and Tony gets to run the controls. How fun
Did
is
we
that?
do this last year?
No,
I
we
don't
did
think
this 2 years
shocked
ago.
me.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no, we didn't shock you last time.
Okay, we did something last year.
Another one?
Yeah, we did chug and beer last year.
Okay, so you thought you'd go ahead and shock me. All right,
We're
I
going to
got
strap it to your neck. It'll be fun.
you. As I drink.
And we'll set it calm, though. But you know what? I think the fun thing is for every shock, you should get a Baron Jaeger. So yeah, we'll have some fun here.
Okay, that sounds like great fun.
Yeah. A shock and a shot. That's what we'll do here. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Very excited. Oktoberfest is here. This is truly the best time of year, is it not?
It is.
We love it.
Oh, so excited. We're getting all fired up this weekend. Good times, baby. We got the 46th annual Oktoberfest at the American German Club at the Palm Beaches in Lake Worth. Going to be kicking off 4-pack of tickets we're going to be giving away here in just a couple minutes as well for that. Jaybird has already got a shot of the Honey Baron Jaeger.
To Miss Oktoberfest.
Yes, Tony. Yeah.
Cheers.
Drinking to that.
Cheers, big ears.
Prost.
Pretzels, brats,
Oh, yeah,
all kinds of good stuff.
That's a good year right there. It's a real good year.
Yeah. You like that? Good stuff?
They changed the formula a little bit. It's got some bourbon in it.
This one has bourbon.
Oh, it's got a little bourbon,
New
huh?
one.
The witch looks shook.
The witch is shook.
So is the bird.
Whoa.
Good morning.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Better get those words right.
Where am I?
Oh, I might as well just start drinking now. No way I'm going to get these words right.
All right, well, we got some fun stuff here that we're going to be doing, a little German theme. Every now and then we like to bring back the German spelling bee. The fun thing we're going to be doing with this is we're going to add the shot collar element to it, which makes it a lot more fun for everybody. And we're going to let Tony,
I'm very scared.
Our new Miss Oktoberfest of 2019, she's going to be able to work the shocking control. Did we show her the right button that she needs to hit?
Oh, yes.
We did.
I got it.
But just don't be afraid, you know? Let it stick a little bit.
Oh, hold on. Oh, that's just
Can I try
starting
it now? On yet?
making me nervous.
You don't have to tap it when you hit it. Just kind of give it a little one Mississippi.
Oh,
two.
my God.
Oh, did that work?
It works.
It's working.
Oh, my gosh.
You got it?
Wow.
How about that, huh?
I'm so
Knocked out of my
sorry.
shoes.
So sorry. I don't want to do that anymore.
Oh, my gosh.
This is our feistiest Miss Oktoberfest yet.
We love it.
Gosh.
We love it. All right, very nice. Okay, here we go. We got our German spelling bee now that we know that the shot collar is working.
I've already been shocked. I have a buzz, and the game hasn't started yet.
Well, we just had to test it. We apologize.
It's working.
Okay, all right, here we go. This is word number 1 for you to spell here, Jaybird.
Okay.
All right, German spelling bee. Spell the word schmuck. That is actually a German word that means jewelry. I did not know that.
Schmuck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
S-C-H-U-M-C-K. Hold on.
Okay.
S-C-H-U-M. Okay. Schmuck.
Okay. That is
Son of a biscuit.
S-C-H-M-U-C-K.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, schmuck. Yeah, that is a tough one.
Okay, will you just give me a count now?
Count him down.
You're supposed to say bring in the pain.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Bring in the pain. Then you hit it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Bring in the pain. I'm so sorry.
It didn't work. I must be honest. It did not work.
I did it. I pressed it.
Do it again. Hold on. Dennys? It's not working.
Dennys.
Hey, Dennys will
Should I
reset
try it again?
We should put it on the
Yeah,
neck.
go ahead, try it again.
It always.
Got it? All right, there we go.
Oh, I just hit my foot so hard.
No. Well, at least that takes away the pain of the shock.
Right, it does.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's
Good
good
point,
thought.
Tony.
That's a really good
You're
point.
making me sweat.
That's a really good point.
Okay, 0 for 1. I can't hear anything.
Are you okay?
Okay. Next word we have here in our German spelling bee. It's a German word that means driving pleasure or driving enjoyment, and you may have seen this Volkswagen use this German word years ago. Fahrvergnügen.
I was hoping for Volvo.
Should I just press it now?
Well, say it again. Let me sound it out.
Farfignugan.
Fig Newton?
Fig Newton.
No, it's not a cookie.
How far to Fig Newton? Farfignugan.
He's not even saying it right. There's not a shot he'll spell it right.
I got a buzz already from that whiskey. Say that word.
Farfignugan.
F-A, farf. F-A-R-F, farf, Nugan. F-A-R-F-A, new. N-U-G-E.
Oh, my God.
Miss Oktoberfest, just give it to me.
And
Okay. No, 3, 2, 1.
you said to just give it to you. I did.
You're right.
You asked for it.
Okay, final word here in the German spelling bee.
Okay.
This is a German word meaning exit, like on a freeway. It is Ausfahrt.
That's awesome.
Is what we're looking for. Yeah?
Ausfahrt.
Yeah.
Okay,
How do
can you say it again?
Yeah.
Ausfahrt.
Ausfahrt?
Ausfahrt.
Ausfahrt.
Ausfahrt. Fard? Okay.
Say it again. Say it again, Miss Oktoberfest.
Ausfahrt.
Yes, there you go.
Is it house fart? I'm trying.
I'll give you a clue. There's more letters than you would expect.
Okay. H-O-U-U.
Not house.
Ausfahrt.
Oh.
Ausfahrt.
H-O-S-S-U-U. F-A-R-T. I got it. All right, can you count me down, please?
I think we're on a countdown to pain.
3, 2, 1. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
There we go. Yes, it's A-U-S-F-A-H-R-T.
Those extra letters. They'll get you every time.
Gosh,
And the Farfignugan was F-A-R-F-E-G-N-U-G-E-N. So.
Extra letters are tough, and so are silent letters.
Yeah, they are tough. All right, well, here we go. You know what? We got all the schoolwork out of the way. Now we get to party, huh?
So what do we do now? Chug and get shocked?
Chug shots. Yeah, we got pretzels. We got brats. All kinds of good stuff we're going to be eating. And I will hook one person up here with a 4-pack of tickets if they can correctly spell Ich liebe dich. Am I saying that correct?
Ich liebe dich.
Ich liebe dich.
Oh,
Ich liebe dich? Okay.
That means I love you.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Kevin, eat liebe bee.
It sounds like eat lima beans.
Eat lima beans. There you go. All right.
That's the whiskey.
That's the whiskey talking. If you can spell that correctly to Dennys, you got a 4-pack of tickets right now.
Woohoo!
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason? YouTube.com/KVJ Show.
Oktoberfest and going this weekend. There's a lot of them going around, but there's officially none bigger than the Oktoberfest at the American German Club at the Palm Beaches in Lake Worth. That is the big daddy of them all.
You tell Cliff that these brats are delicious, Jen.
And Chef Euro, absolutely.
I am so excited. This is so fun. It's getting me in the mood.
Yeah, me and Kevin are real pumped they were eating sausage in the studio.
It's a long story, and you guys probably want to leave quickly. Yeah.
It can't be worse than what I just found in the bottom of my cooler.
I got to say congrats to Nicole from West Palm Beach. She had correctly spelled the Ich liebe dich. Is that right? I-C-H-L-I-E-B-E-D-I-C-H. Congratulations to her. And we got an email from David Sin, Miss Oktoberfest husband. He sent that in. Ich liebe dich to you.
Aww.
What a sweetheart.
Best.
Huh? What a sweetheart. Huh?
Is he Mr. Oktoberfest?
I guess by default he is.
Okay.
He doesn't have a sash, but
let's talk about this for next year. Can we have a Mr. Oktoberfest?
Oh, we are doing it.
Put them all in hot pants.
ooh.
That's interesting.
Kevin, I am not comfortable with Virginia sexualizing this contest.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, you would love it.
Yeah.
He's some good lederhosen, right?
Definitely lederhosen.
But
required.
real tight, real short.
Now, was that thing full when you started, Jaybird?
No.
Oh, okay.
But we can make it full.
If you want to, yeah. Full, Dennys will let me know that's Stein. In case you're wondering, too, it's probably good because they They just fill them up. You're like, how much beer am I actually drinking? 33.8 ounces.
Okay.
If you get a stein of beer, that's what you're looking at. So almost 3 beers worth per stein.
During commercial, you said I didn't have to chug it, but I will chug it.
No,
I
not to.
figured,
You just enjoy
It's
yourself.
more than 3 beers.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of people forget that.
It's more than 3 beers per stein. If you're
Is
a
it really?
slow sipper, it's going to get hot.
Wow.
They sell koozies. I have a Stein koozie.
3 beers is 36 ounces, right?
36. So this is 38.
Uh-oh, Virginia's doing math
Oh, okay,
again.
Denny's, I think, gave me the wrong. Denny's is saying it's 30. We got it. Well, we got Stein Wars.
Denny's!
About ready to break out here. Denny's is saying it's 33.8 ounces.
These are each 12.
Yeah.
Well, so last year we did 33 ounces. So he's trying to, if he was going to go for the chug, it would be beating that in 31 seconds. So it does probably hold 38, but we filled it up to 33.
I'm already halfway through the beer, though.
What is it? What is it?
Once again, I mean,
11.2.
we kind of blew it.
You know what? Can we just do our shot of whiskey? And
Yeah,
let's
because we're
go?
doing too much math,
So
here, right?
the exact came out to 33.8, and if they're 11.2, I mean, it's like right in there.
Yeah. Okay, look at Denny's. I mean, he just, he came in here and that show was all about.
Thank you for stopping Virginia from doing math.
Yes. If you go out to the Oktoberfest, it not only can you add the beer, the sausages, the pretzels, the things you would expect. The bourbon is going to be out there flowing this year as well to check out. And it's really a family event, too. Because you're like, what am I going to do with the kids? Well, bring the kids. You got a whole kids carnival that is going to be out there. What do they have in the kids carnival?
So the Kids Carnival has a traditional big Ferris wheel like they have in Munich. I mean, not that big because that's gigantic.
Yeah, that's
but
cool.
A nice big one. And plenty of other rides kids love. And they can get a wristband and ride as much as they want for one little price.
Oh, we
that
like
is
the
cool.
wristband.
Yeah, can an adult go there, ride
Absolutely.
as much as they want,
Vomit.
And they
Absolutely.
do.
After a
And they
few
do.
beers, nothing like a whirl.
after they get on that little...
Eat a bunch of sausage, drink a bunch of beer, and then throw up on the children.
Yes.
What was that luge thing we did? What's it called? The ski?
ski.
Yeah.
Shot ski.
The
It's
shot
good.
ski.
Yeah, the shot ski.
Yeah, we have the shot ski at the Jaeger bar and I think at another bar as well. And sometimes they roam with it.
Okay.
Find
that's
people
cool.
who want to do
Yeah.
it.
We'll
Yeah.
follow it like the Pied Piper.
Exactly.
So you're going to have a lot of live entertainment. Authentic German music is going to be going on
Oh,
out
yes.
there.
Actually, yesterday they arrived. They literally get out of the Löwenbräu tent in the Munich Oktoberfest and
Yeah.
have one day to pack their stuff.
Oh, wow.
Get right on the plane and come here. I think we're the only one in the U.S. that has a band that goes through all that and comes right here
Wow.
for us.
So they played the real Oktoberfest
Oh,
in
yes.
Germany.
That's
And,
legit.
As authentic as you can get.
You can't
That's
beat that.
cool.
Can't beat it.
That's very cool.
And the
They're
reason you
wonderful.
hear all the American sounding sing-along songs at night is because that's exactly what they do there, because it's just like a bonding thing and everybody knows the words. And
You
so-
hug, you sing,
Yeah.
you dance.
A lot of Sweet Caroline.
It's so fun.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
German. Like you went to Oktoberfest in Germany. They're
Yes.
singing Sweet
They
Caroline.
did.
They're singing.
I've been
Oh
there.
yeah.
How do you say that in German?
Oh, I don't know. Go ahead, Tony.
They still sing it in English.
I kind of want to hear a little German Neil Diamond.
You do.
Yeah.
Sus Caroline.
Oh. Sus.
Yeah, you get a lot of the oompa type music during the day when the
Mm-hmm.
kids are there, but at night it's a little more party atmosphere, as you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when we do the sing-alongs.
Oh, that's fun.
We love sing-alongs.
Yes.
If I want to wear lederhosen out to Oktoberfest, is there a place here you can buy it, or do I need to get that online?
Oh no, you should definitely buy it at our Oktoberfest because we bring all those things from Germany, all different sizes, all different styles.
Oh, really?
Gorgeous, authentic dirndls and lederhosen, blouses, jewelry, hats, feathers, Gamsbach, that big. I think I said it right. That big, giant, crazy, fluffy feather-looking thing.
Yeah.
Pins for your hats, steins, vintage steins, brand new steins. And you should definitely buy a stein because we're trying to reduce waste this year. We're trying to be more eco-friendly. We have biodegradable plant-based plates and forks.
Okay.
But
That's
the
cool.
cups, of course, are a challenge.
Yeah.
So bring your stein or buy a stein from us.
I love it.
What is a German pizza like?
German, the one with
Delicious.
the onion.
Is it?
Onion, don't give that to
Yeah,
Virginia.
What's on a German pizza?
It's like a flatbread, and doesn't he put like a plain
It's so
white
good.
cheese and the
I had it
onion?
last year. It was delicious.
I forget what it's called though, and that's terrible. But
I mean, in Germany, you get pizza like here, whatever toppings you
Gotcha.
like, but it's just better.
I'm so glad you guys brought
Way better.
pretzels. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll bring you back a lederhosen, Kev. Your size youth small, right?
Yes, I am.
That's too big.
All right, well, check it out. We'll continue to give out tickets tomorrow as well. 46th Annual Oktoberfest, American German Club of the Palm Beaches and Lake Worth. Congratulations. Congratulations, Tony, on being Miss Oktoberfest 2019. So nice to have you in here. Appreciate it. Apparently, a lot of single people have the same name. They've been going through and doing a little review here from H&R Block, and they were looking through some of the tax filing data from 2015 through 2019 to see which Americans have been the most consistently single over the past 4 years. And they came up with 6 names that are most consistently single based on their tax returns.
Bird. Got a guess.
You do. You got to guess. What do you think?
Norm.
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 Norm did not make the list.
That's my brother-in-law.
All right. Hopefully he's,
He's making it happen.
making it happen.
Well, and I think probably the only reason why, like a Norm, you're going, but Norms are single. Probably not a lot of Norms out there. I don't think it's that overriding popular of a name. So, you're looking at somebody, it's got to be a name that you hear a lot that for the percentages is most single.
Joey. Yeah, he's going to sleep with you. He's also going to break your heart, but you can't commit.
You don't think Joey's the Marion type?
He's not.
Joey seems like a family guy to me, ultimately.
Joe is a family guy.
Oh, okay.
Joey. Joey's going to act like he's in a committed relationship. He's trying to sleep with her sister.
Joey likes to play.
You would think so.
Big time.
He's not. There are a few names on this list that I'm like going, okay, I could maybe see that. They seem like they might play a little bit, like Alexis.
Alexis seems like
Alexis is one of the top single names. That's number 4.
Okay.
Alexis is most likely to be single. It sounds like young. I'm like, we're going to have fun. And I'm Alexis. Brianna is up there. That's number 5 on the list. And Taylor is number 6. And then number 2 is Jasmine. Don't these all sound
it's like stripper names?
I know they do, don't they?
Oh, that's why they're single. Nothing against strippers. Please don't email me.
And for the guy names that are in here, the names most likely to be single, number 3 is Austin. And then Dylan is number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan just seems like he's forever. Yeah, he's got too many options.
That's it. He's got too many options and a lot of time on his hands.
Oh, yes, he does.
I feel like Nikita is single as well. Nikita.
Nikita? How many Nikitas do you know?
Better yet, how many drinks have I had?
Little drunk logic starting to work in here. All right, very nice. Coming up, the After the Show podcast is on the way. We got it for you live on YouTube. Watch that in just about 15 minutes. We'll get that fired up for you. And you can also check out our podcast every single day. It's pretty easy. You can go to any podcast app. They have those on the smartphone. Just go to your little store there, and you can look for Podcast One, download that for free onto your phone, and then just type in the KVJ Show in the search, and it'll pop up. They've got a podcast app already embedded on your iPhones. It's purple. It says podcast. You can go there and just look for the KVJ Show, and you can listen to our show without music and commercials every single day. And then the back end, the last 30 minutes, is the After the Show podcast, so you can check that out.
All I ever listen to when I'm in the car now is podcasts. I just love it.
All I listen to is old replays of Kevin's sports show. It's kind of what I'm into right now.
That's fascinating. It's because all the content's well over a year old.
Trolling.
It's been a while since we've done that.
You keep trolling.
What? And I had seen the other day, too, Spotify has it now, where they're doing the voice command stuff, and we're trying to get up on that. So if there's something that's not working for you, I think you can use a voice command now, because Apple and Spotify were not playing nice. Apple doesn't like to play nice with a lot of people, but I think they finally started playing nice, where you can just say the KVJ Show into whatever your home speaker system might be, and it'll connect to Spotify, and it'll start playing the KVJ Show that way. So if you have one of those home speakers, you can start listening to us. What's the command you got to do for that, Dennys?
So through the Siri and the Google Assistant, you could be able to play the KVJ Show if you have the podcast app that supports it. Whatever you're using, if you're using Google Play on the Androids or if you're using the Apple Podcast app on Apple, it'll pop right up, which is awesome.
And what do you say? Just
open KVJ Show.
You go like this. You go, whoa.
That'd be a great command.
That would be a great command.
Yeah. Okay.
Second only to bark like a dog.
So they made it now so that in your car, if you're using Google or Apple CarPlay, you can open Spotify through that now, which was the disagreement they had initially.
Oh, cool. So you could be driving along and just say...
Open Spotify. It'll open up your playlist right on your screen if you have the the car.
So if you're driving, you say open KVJ Show and start playing our show?
Open Spotify for the CarPlay one, and then in there it should have all your saved podcasts. You can just click the KVJ Show.
Cool. Okay.
Our boy is on it.
I know. I love
It's
that.
just hard to get all these things working with each other.
Baby, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, don't be down on yourself.
Home run, Denny.
You're doing the best you can.
Listen to that positivity.
You work with 3 people that are very dumb.
And a couple of them are buzzed.
All right, here we go. Buzzy.
You guys want that original or you want that?
I like original.
You want original?
Yeah, I like original.
It's a thought, though.
He wants to be disappointed.
Okay. There's no way Virginia's going to like it. It's going to confuse her and then she's going to bark like a crow. What's more scarier? Seeing a murderer or seeing a murderer disappear? Where did they go?
It's scary.
Bless your heart.
Thank you. Thank you, Dennys. And no, Kevin, please turn off Virginia's microphone.
I'm going to turn off everybody.
Did you miss a segment from the KVJ Show? Find it on kvjshow.com or soundcloud.com/KVJ Show.